if you've been injured in a car accident, there's some things that you need to be aware of and evidence to collect. Obviously, make sure you call 911 if you're injured. Make sure the police show up. Police always will do a pretty darn good investigation, which is what we need. Your cell phone is probably your best friend during an accident. Take pictures of everything and or video. Where the scene of the accident, where the cars were located, the damage to the vehicles. Often we can use an accident reconstructionist to put those back together, see how that accident actually occurred, light sequences, what lane were you in, that all those things are determinative on how far through the intersection the vehicle went before it was hit, who is more likely the one having the right of way, which lane the debris is in tells us who changed lanes, any witnesses that were there, their information, phone numbers, what they saw. If you're severely injured, obviously see if anybody can help you gather this information. But the more you can get at the scene of the accident is super helpful for us to win your case, because the evidence is a critical thing. And the faster we can get retained and get our own experts out there and have them look at the vehicles, have them make sure that we get all the witness information that we can, so that witnesses disappear, and that's a sad thing that happens over the years. I've noticed, they change their phone numbers, they change their address, and it's hard to get a hold of them. So the quicker we can get a hold of them, get permanent information from them, get a recorded statement and or a deposition, those are very helpful. Take pictures of the license plate, their driver's license, the insurance information. Especially on hit and runs, obviously any witnesses that saw anything is critical. That happens a lot, more than you would think. And then people's stories change, which is sad. As soon as they find out they're responsible for an accident, they may tell you one thing, and then all of a sudden they're telling their insurance company, "Oh, it wasn't my fault," and they lie. And so we have to catch them in those lies. And it's unfortunate but true. So the quicker you get a good attorney on the case, the better off you are. Make sure that you don't give a recorded statement to your insurance company without your attorney being present. People say the darndest things during recorded statements that they should never say. A lot of times, somebody that's injured in an accident will call the insurance company and say, "Hey, I was injured, and the insurance company first off will say, "You know what, we'll get back to you. We'll get you a doctor to go to." And so they're going to delay your treatment as long as possible so that you don't have consistent treatment. You have gaps in your treatment. And the reason for that is they show that to the jury and say, "Look, if this person was severely injured, they definitely would have went to the doctor. And now that's been 2 or 3, 4 weeks and no treatment, obviously they weren't hurt." So they're going to try to save them the money that they can. Another thing they try to do is get you to sign a release early on before you even know what the extent of your injuries are. You're in an accident. The first day, it's usually not so bad on a whiplash case. A day or two later, you find out what is really the problem. I've had people that actually signed documents for $1,000, releasing liability, and then finding out they needed surgery later. So, those are big pitfalls that people get into when they don't have an attorney. Why hire an attorney on a car accident case? A lot of people want to be self-represented. They don't understand that the average is 3.5 times more than an attorney will get you. So that's just average. When we litigate cases, I've had 10 times and above of what a self-represented person will get. Why is that? Because insurance companies will try to devalue your case. It's what they do on every case. They try to look at, okay, there's something else that caused your injuries. It wasn't this accident. It was some prior accident or prior fall or some degenerative problem you had before. All these things they look at to devalue your case, and so that they don't have to pay the full value. So the the quicker you get an attorney to help guide you through this, get you to the right doctors, the right experts, obtain all the evidence for your case, because that stuff disappears quickly, the better off you are, and the better off your recovery will be in the end. Why should you hire me is the big question. I have over 20 years experience. I used to work for the insurance company, actually a large insurance company, one of the largest in the United States, as an adjuster. So I know the games they play. I know how to make them pay. I know the insurances, what covers you, stuff that actually a lot of attorneys don't know because they've never been in the industry on the insurance side. Some of the key things is not just the liability insurance that the at-fault party has. It's always also the driver's insurance. There's also an employer's insurance that anybody that was working for their employer at the time. So these are kind of investigations of were they on the clock? Was there a logo on their vehicle? Was there a logo on their shirt? Those kinds of things. Is there punitive damages that are involved? Is there a DUI? Were they on a cell phone? Do they have personal assets? We do background checks to see what kind of personal assets the driver has. These are things on their side. Then you flip the other side and there's insurances on your side that will help you recover more money. There's health insurance. There's victims advocates that actually pay for injured people that were injured from a DUI. There's also your underinsured motorist coverage and medical payments coverage. And underinsured motorist coverage is a different animal that a lot of people don't understand unless they've been in the insurance industry. I know a lot of attorneys that don't understand it. How it stacks, where people in the household, insurance will stack for underinsured motorist coverage. When you think that there's only $100,000 of underinsurance motorist coverage for a case, a lot of times I've found renters, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, other family members that have underinsurance motorist coverage that will actually be applicable. They're not even in the accident, but underinsured motorist coverage can come from anybody in your household. So all these insurances are super important to look at to make sure that you get the maximum recovery for you and for your injuries. So what you learned is you need a great attorney. Call me. If you've been in an accident, I'm willing to help you. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I've helped thousands of accident victims recover, even when people didn't know that there was insurance. So give me a call.